Hello. I am the Linux Mitch. Today, I'm gonna show you how to install a program from the AUR. So, let's get to it. So I'm in a virtual machine of Arch Linux, and I'm in a TTY. I haven't logged into my window manager yet, and I'm gonna do an HTOP. Look at this. I'm running on, well, this virtual machine has 4 processors, 4 gigs of RAM, and no swap. And it's running at 78 megabytes of RAM. Isn't that amazing? And right now I'm running on the real-time long-term support kernel. So let's quit out of there. Let's clear the screen. Let's do a uname R. And that's the kernel I'm running. It's an amazing kernel. I really like it. It's a light kernel. And let's just clear the screen. Let's do a neofetch. And there we have it. So I'm going to clear the screen because I'm off track now. And I'm going to log into the awesome window manager. And now I'm going to go into HTOP just to see what I'm running at. So now I'm logged into the awesome window manager and I'm running at 163 megabytes of RAM out of my 4 gigs of RAM. Isn't that amazing? But then again, I'm still off track. So let's quit out of there. And let's open up Firefox. So I'm going to go to the Arch Linux website. And I'm going to click on the AUR. And also too, you know what? I'm going to make this a little larger. And I'm going to type in, let's install the Brave browser. So I'm going to type in Brave. Now, lots of different Braves come up in the AUR. So when you're installing an AUR package, if you see a -bin, I believe that's the one you should install because it installs faster. Because when you're installing from the AUR, the package has to build the package. And if you just install the Brave one, it's going to take a lot longer to build. And if there is a package -bin, that is the one that I always use. So I'm going to click on Brave-bin. And it was just updated today. How about that? So I'm going to click it on. And I'm going to highlight this and copy it. Okay. Now I'm going to go to another workspace. I'm going to open up a terminal. And I'm going to make it a little larger. Now, I like to do this. You don't have to do it. But first of all, I don't usually install a lot of AUR packages. And the reason why is the devs at Arch Linux, on the website, they tell you that they take no responsibility for AUR packages. So that you should know what you're doing and be careful when you install AUR packages. Because the packages that come from the official Arch Linux repository, the devs take responsibility for them. They make sure there's no malware, no viruses in them, and so forth. But when you install packages from the AUR, you're on your own. So I would say it's best not to install a lot of packages from the AUR. Only install those that you really need. And if those packages are up to date, don't install a package that hasn't been updated in 3 years. And it's probably safer to install a package that's popular, like the Brave browser. The Brave browser is a very popular package from the AUR, and a lot of people use it. And if there was something wrong with it, some malware or some virus or something not quite right, probably somebody would notice it. Anyways, that's just a little speech. So, like I said, I don't install a lot of packages from the AUR. So what I'm going to do is, this first step, you don't have to do, but I like to do it. I like to keep all my AUR packages in one folder. So I'm going to make a folder called AUR. So I'm going to I'm going to type on my capitals for this too. Oops. Make directory, make dir. I'm going to put capitals on. You don't have to do that, but here. Now I'm going to cd. I'm going to take my caps off. I'm going to cd into my AUR folder. And I'm going to clear the screen. Now I'm going to type in git clone, and I'm going to paste that line that I copied from the Arch Linux website. And you know what? That's too big. Let's just see if we can make that smaller so it's on one line. So that's what it's going to look like. Okay. And I'm going to hit enter. So now it's cloning it. So now once it's cloned, we want to take a look at the package. We want to see what's in there. We want to take a look at the code. So I'm going to cd into Brave -bin. I'm going to clear the screen. These are the packages that are in there. So what I want to do is I want to take a look at the package build, just to make sure everything looks good. So I'm going to type in less pk package build. Okay. And I'm just going to scan down. Now the things at the top, they're all the contributors, and anything that's commented out that has the hashtag or the number sign in it is just a note. Then we can see here that it's bringing it from Brave browser downloads, brave.com, latest release version. And it's going to be package 161.104. And we can go down a bit. And I'm just using my J key, or you can use your arrow key to go down, and we can see it's going to be pulling it from github.com, Brave browser, releases, download. And again, it's here as well. Okay, it's coming from GitHub, Brave, releases, download. And let's go down a bit. And we can see here, brave.com. It's installing the package to the desktop. And we're at the end of the file. So regardless of whether you're installing something the manual way or using an AUR helper, you should always look at this file. Everything looks good to me. I've looked at this particular Brave browser file many times, and it looks the same. So now I'm going to quit out of there. I'm going to hit my Q to get out of there. Now I'm going to type in this command. Make pkg -sic. And I'm just going to wait a moment and let it go through this procedure. And it's just going to take a moment because it's a brave-bin file. It's going to be faster. Now it's asking for my password, so I'm going to put my user password in. And I'm going to say yes. And now it's installing the Brave browser from the AUR, and it's done. So now I'm going to close the screen, and I'm going to refresh. Oh, you know what? Let's go here. I'm going to close my web browser. I'm going to refresh, restart. Awesome. And I'm going to hold the mod key down and hit the P. I'm going to type in Brave. And I'm going to hit enter, and now it's opening the Brave browser. And let's just skip that. And I'm not going to configure Brave browser to the way I like to configure it because I want to keep this video short. Let's just make sure it's working. archlinux.org. And there we are. We're in the Brave browser and we're at archlinux.org. Now, I don't have it in my menu. So let's put it in the menu. This is going to be a little bonus. I'm going to type in cd.config/awesome. Okay, now I'm in the awesome folder. I'm going to ls it. And I'm going to go into this RC Lua. Vim RC /Lua. And I'm going to put the slash there, and I'm going to type in Firefox. And if you downloaded my file, if you downloaded my configuration files and you're using my awesome configuration file, Brave Browser is already in there, but it's commented out. Now, the thing about the awesome window manager, to deactivate a line or comment it out, you don't use the hashtag or the number sign, you use 2 dashes. Because that's just the way the awesome configuration file works. Why? I don't know. So I already have the Brave Browser in there, but it's commented out. So let's just go up here. Let's go to the beginning of the line. Let's take out those 2 dashes. So now we've just activated that line. And that line is in there because it is my configuration file, which is free for you to download and use. And this line, if you're using the default Awesome Window Manager configuration file, that Brave Browser line won't be in there at all, and you have to make it yourself, and that's how you make it in Arch Linux. So anyways, let's save the file. Let's close the terminal. Let's restart Awesome. Now you see Brave is not in here, eh? Now let's restart it. Now let's open up the menu, and there it is. There's the Brave. It's right in the menu under A. I have this in alphabetical order, by the way. So let's click on Brave, and there we are. We're in the Brave browser. Now, the thing is that we installed this AUR package manually. So when you open up a terminal, let's just make it a little larger, and you do sudo pacman SYU. You go to do your updating, and you hit enter, put your password in. There's nothing to do. Now, supposing that the Brave browser just got updated 10 minutes ago, and there's a new updated version of the Brave browser. When you go to do your update, it's not going to show up here. So when you install an AUR package the manual way, there's only 2 ways to know if an update is available. Number 1, let's just open up another workspace. You can go to Arch Linux. You can go to the AUR. This is the longer way of doing it, or the harder way. You can type in Brave bin, because that's the one that we installed. You can see, oh, it was updated today. Oh, I have the latest version. Or you can look at the number that you have, and check the number that you have installed in the terminal. But there's an easier way to do it, and that's this. Going to, let's go to workspace 1 where I have my terminal open. All you got to do is cd into the AUR folder, if you put it in the AUR folder. Remember, I made a special AUR directory or folder for it. And then I'm going to cd into Brave. Now I'm in my Brave folder. Let's just make that a little larger. Well, maybe that's too large. I don't know. Anyways, so once you're in your Brave bin folder, you're just going to type in git pull. Now, if there's an updated version of the Brave browser, it's going to download it into your system. But there won't be, because we just installed it. Let's hit enter, and this is what's going to happen. Already up to date. So you don't have to go to the Arch Linux website and look. Just go into the folder where your Brave bin or where your AUR package is, type in git pull, and it's going to tell you already up to date. Now, if it pulls down an updated package, then you're going to go through the same procedures that you just went through to install it. You're going to ls it. You're going to ls package build. You're going to check this file just to make sure everything looks okay. Okay, you're going to quit out of there, and then you're going to type in make pkg -syc. Hit enter, and it's going to install the updated version of the package. Easy peasy. And that's it. In this video, I showed you how to install an AUR package the manual way. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I am the Linux Mensch.